I know that person in real person personally.
Hello and welcome to whatever this is. My name is Finn. Thank you so much for clicking on this video, and I hope that you are having a fantastic Tuesday or whenever you're watching this. So, without further yapping, today we got some Tophia. Let's go ahead and dive in together.
Anyways, there was this baby bird, and I was like, look, there's a dead baby bird. And the lady was like, I guess she didn't really hear me because then she was like, oh my god, it's a baby bird. And I was like, I just said that.
Who starts a conversation like this? Jesus Christ, what the hell?
So we had to bury him, poor little bird. Don't know what happened, but he was dead. It's like, oh, it's okay, I guess. Date you.
So she went from her friend wiping their shoe on a dead pigeon to burying a baby bird today. Y'all think she got some criticism for the pigeon story? I do.
I don't even know you, bruh. Oh my lord. That's not meant to be funny. I'm not trying to be funny. That's not.
You're laughing, so girl.
No joke. The bird died. It was a baby bird. What do you mean change? I do have clean clothes. You should straighten your hair. I used to straighten it a lot. I stopped straightening.
Oh, hey. Okay, I didn't notice, but Tophia has changed the 3-day jeans, and we definitely have a new shirt. So hopefully she's not quite as stanky.
Because it ruins my curls. It was ruining my hair. And I wasn't using heat protectant.
Right, okay, that was what was ruining your hair.
I straightened it a lot when I was in college. And then after college, straightened it a lot when I was younger. So I don't straighten it anymore. I have, but I've used heat protectant. But what? You wear glasses? No. I have 20/20 vision. And
I don't know about that. I've seen her eyes looking in 2 different directions. I think she at least has like a lazy eye or something. I mean, no shade. I wear glasses too. I have astigmatism.
spelling it. I got 20/20 vision. I think my brother needed glasses, but I don't know. I know he needed braces. He didn't want those. There's this thing happening. My brother would have liked to go. It's a Hot Wheel event. And they're going to have, like, they have the big cars that they made from Hot Wheels. Yeah, it's going to be like, oh, look. We would have went to the Super Nationals or whatever it was on, like, Father's Day. He always like going to that. So I'm going to do something for my brother's birthday, so I'll see.
How does she not have pink eye yet? She rubs them eyes, like, constantly, and we've seen her digging in her nose, too. Ugh.
I know someone who's a player. Jesus, girl. I am not even joking you. Okay. She has a boyfriend, right? Anyways, it's a whole thing. I don't even know. It's crazy. Like, how she has a boyfriend, but she got like guys' numbers in one day, and I was just like, I was looking at her because she was talking to these guys, right? She's like, ooh, he's cute, and she's like, do you think he's cute? And I was like, yeah, I guess. He was tall, he had colored eyes, whatever. And so then she was like talking to him, and she's like, I got.
Y'all notice that Tophia is, like, obsessed with blue eyes? It's odd for someone who really hates white people, and I know that it's not just white people who have blue eyes, but it's really weird that she finds stereotypically white features attractive when she talks shit on white people all the time. But then also she has red hair and freckles and eyes with a little bbit of blue in them, in case you didn't know.
3 of their numbers, and I was just like, it's impossible. Hey. I can't do that. Like, yeah, I used to be under the tunnel and have all these guys around me. Like, I used to have all kinds of guys around me. I'm like, how do you do that? Just and this guy was just talking about his. He was like, oh yeah, I'm married. I have to tell her. Nope. Damn. Just. I was like, what happened to your other chick? You just dumped her? You was all married and now you're not married? Like, see, this is why I will never date men.
I mean, it's your friend that's out here getting numbers while she has a boyfriend. Like, yeah, that guy's married and everything and being creepy, but I think y'all are all weird.
Just kidding, I'm just joking. And men wonder why. One guy I told you that I ran into. My friend that was, when she was alive, she used to hang out with him. He's a juggalo, which means he's into ICP. He's crazy. Like, the stuff he talked about was the things he would do at a concert he did. I was like, okay. He's like an actor. Well, he was
Isn't Cyrax also into Insane Clown Posse? And he pretended to be, is it a juggalo? I'm so sorry. I'm way not cool enough for this, but I think Cyrax is into them too.
for a haunted house like an actor. Anyway, so what was crazy was I was at the shelter and I was like, oh, I wonder how he's doing. I haven't seen him because I ran into someone else that thought that we went to high school together, but he has memory loss, I think, because I told.
You know, okay, it's really gross that she dug in her ear and is now like looking at it, but I will say this shirt appears to fit a little bit better. So, credit where credit's due. I mean, it's still a little tight in my opinion, but much better than the t-shirt situation.
No, our friend that passed away. And he's like, oh yeah. I was like, she passed away because I don't think he knew. And so, anyways, I knew he was gonna ask me. Sure enough, he's like, well, so are you dating anyone? And I'm like, no.
Why in the fuck? Every single live stream, she's got to talk about how wanted she is. And I have a feeling that this is not actually happening, or it's happening to her friend and she's just like stealing their story. There's no way, right? There's no way.
Because he was the one that kept trying to date me. Yeah, the whole thing. He wanted, and then this other guy that my friend was friends with, I ran into him at the shelter because I was like, oh, I hope he's okay. Sure enough, he popped up, like, he was like, oh, hey, and I was like, oh, hey. Then he tells me that, I don't know, that he was only there not that long, he was going to get a place or whatever. Anyways, so then I knew, because he was like, oh, you want to add each other on Facebook? And I'm like, here we go. Sure enough, you want to go out? And I was like, no, sorry. Why did I say sorry a lot? Why do I say sorry? Because I felt. Then what happens? He goes to Texas and is now all of a sudden engaged with some woman. And I don't like him at all by no means, but like, must have had to be talking to her when he was trying to date me. So, like.
What are the chances all of this actually happened to Tophia? I really feel like she's just skinwalking other people's stories. I don't know, this is odd. She comes on here every single time, and it seems like every time she goes outside in New Mexico, it's like some other man wants to date and or marry her. I don't know.
Just like, what is wrong with men? Seriously. All of a sudden, he's moved on and he's engaged. I don't be doing anything. There's nothing wrong with me. What are you talking about? He was bored. I don't think he was bored, to be honest with you. He was not bored. I think he's always liked me, but he's never said anything. I've known.
Of course, right? Hey, what happened to Miguel?
For a long time, for years. Because my friend, we used to do a lot of stuff together. I would run errands with her a lot. And she didn't really go out, but when she was alive, I would go run errands with her because I knew on the weekends, I would never see her. A lot of the time, she would just be home with her daughter. I had to bribe her to get her out sometimes. I would tell her, look, I'm going to buy you pizza. I would be like, you want to come have some pizza? I'm paying. I would just say, hey, let's go.
The one time Tophia actually pays for her friend's stuff, it seems like she's really, really willing to take charity. Like, she talks about her friends paying for her to go, do stuff or whatever. And this is the one time I've heard of her offering to do something nice for her friends.
Here, I'm paying, and she would come out. That's what it was. The only time we hang out is when she was running errands. Otherwise, she wouldn't. Like, the crazy things, that was crazy. So, there's this teacher that was at her daughter's elementary school. I told you guys this story. And I knew the lady whose kids, so her kids were on Ellen. And the teacher got money for fostering the kids. I knew the kids, the dad, the mom. It was a whole abusive relationship with her. She was in two abusive relationships. One guy to the other. And trigger warning. Anyways, so sorry. I should have said that before I spoke. But so my friend told her, she's like, did you know that the teacher got money for your kids? And she's like, what? And showed her the whole thing. She's like, I'm going to go down there. And it was a whole thing.
I mean, I don't think that's not that sordid. Don't people get money for foster kids, like from the state, to help raise them and feed them and keep them clothed and all that stuff? I don't know. That doesn't seem that sketchy to me. Obviously, if there was abuse happening, that changes everything. But just getting a little bit of money from the state to help with, child costs, I don't know. She's probably leaving out some really important information here.
One who she tried to leave on the train, and her boyfriend showed up because it was an unsafe relationship, and he prevented her from leaving. He kept her locked inside. He didn't let her go anywhere. Because my friend, she knew a lot of the homeless people. She knew a lot of people. Even though she had a place, she would just hang out with the homeless.
Tophia, have you considered allergy medication? You're just sitting here scratching your face. And I know them hands ain't clean.
She lived downtown. I used to vape a long time ago.
You still do. it can't have been more than a couple weeks since we've seen her vape, which is a really expensive habit, by the way.
That crazy. I used to vape a long time ago. The comments are insane. It's not a lie. Well, that's a hard one because I didn't even get to talk to her before she passed away. She wanted me to call her because my mom was like, oh, I ran into her on the, or it was my brother, I think it was. One of them was like, oh, I ran into her on the bus. And she said to call her. I think it was my brother. And I lost her number. And then her daughter messaged me, was like, she died on my birthday.
This fucking face. She keeps bringing up this lady, and I really have no idea who she's talking about. So if anybody knows, please feel free to fill me in.
It's Hispanic. I'm not ignoring anything. All the comments are going fast. I'm still trying to get housing, so I don't even know. Tomorrow, I have a blue mic in storage. How old am I? I'm 32. Those are 31. On my page, I probably didn't change it. My house, this isn't my real house. I wish I had Wednesday. She's doing good. The only issue is she talks to me, but sometimes she can't because people hog the plug and she can't charge her phone and sometimes it's dying. So she's like, I'm not going to be able to.
You telling me they don't have outlets in their rooms? When you were at that place, didn't you have like your own separate little area? Sounds weird, Tophia.
To do for a while because my phone is dying and I'm like, great. How Donald is. He's a pile of ashes. Sorry, dark humor.
Listen, people grieve differently. It has been like a year and some change, so maybe she's moving on, but like this just seems, I don't know, ain't nothing behind those eyes.
Why do people ask questions? They know. It was everywhere when it happened. The whole internet was talking about it. He got smoked. He's a pile of ashes.
This is kind of fucked up. I don't know. I'm just thinking about if I said this about my little sister and she'd been, deleted from the server. That's gross. I'm sorry. I don't know. Maybe I'm too uptight or whatever, but that's gross.
Hack. I don't mean like when people say we're smoking on that. No, literally. Why do people ask that question? Hello. I don't know. I tried to be funny. I guess that wasn't funny. I'm trying not to be. I'm not upset. It's just a little sad. When you ask that question, you clearly know. How do I feel about Donald Trump? Read between the lines. That's how I feel. Yes. How many times do I have to say that? Someone's like, do you want to date women? No, I want to date the floor. That made me think of that South Park episode, The Carpet Munchers. When they're like, they didn't know what it meant, but they were saying they wanted to eat carpet. Oh my god.
I do remember that episode. That was a good one.
Anyways, crazy, right? I'm not really into soccer. I used to be. I told you that because someone I like soccer, so that's the one. Holy shit.
Oh, okay. So you weren't actually into soccer. You were just doing it for attention. Got it. I have a feeling she doesn't know the difference.
Otherwise, I like football. Not soccer, but American football. I wanted to be on the football team when I was in high school, but I know there would have been issues.
No, I don't think so. We had a girl on our football team in high school. She joined in middle school, and I think there was a little bit of a fight, but eventually, like, as soon as the news got involved, the school said, okay, yeah, you can play.
People would have protested because girls can't play football.
That's not... Listen, the town I grew up in is really, really conservative, right? Conservative Texas. So when I say conservative, I mean like capital C conservative. And the fight was not from people not wanting a girl on the team. It was from people wanting a girl on the team. We just didn't have like a protocol in place because that had never happened before. So Tophia, if you wanted to play football, you could have played football.
I wanted to wrestle in school too, but I couldn't do that. So my dad was like, I can't take you to the meets. So yeah, I really wanted to wrestle. Probably.
I feel like she could have found a way. I don't know. I remember my parents giving kids rides whose parents worked or whatever. If she was like halfway friendly, I bet somebody would have given her a ride.
Good at football. I'm really good at throwing a football. I'm not gonna lie. I was just playing one time, right? And then they're like, how do you throw a football? And I'm like, I just throw it. They were like, it was the greatest thing ever. I'm like, I remember. I'm not lying. I used to play football with my brother's friends all the time.
See, we're bringing up her brother again because she's getting shit about her lies. Or what I assume are lies, because it's Tophia.
We lived in a gated community on the west side, those new houses. We lived there when they found those bodies, the West Side murders. We lived there.
Dude, what the fuck?
We're digging for new houses. Mind you, that area was right across from my high school. So all those bodies were right there, right across from my high school.
Dude, what is happening in Albuquerque? This is terrifying.
And I remember they were digging up to put new houses and they found them. And a lot of these girls weren't missing reports because they had no family. Some of them were street walkers, you know what I mean?
Sex workers. Yeah, there you go, Tophia. But that is really sad that there was no one there to miss them. I'm glad they found them eventually, but that's horrifying. Oh my god.
Walkers. They were, yeah. They didn't have any family that reported them missing. Yeah, that's crazy news. And then, even crazier, there was 2 kids from my school that got into a shootout with a police officer. Mind you, this is so crazy. This is why police get away with stuff. And I don't know why people are here defending police, because this police officer was drunk with his wife and baby in the car, and he was racing these 2, and I know both of them.
I feel like this... Well, he might have been a police officer off duty making poor choices, but I don't think you can have your wife and kid in the car if you're, like, on patrol. Pretty sure. I'm not a cop, so, you know, but pretty sure.
It was Ronnie and Emilio. They went to my high school, right? And they raced this cop, and I guess he got mad because he lost, and he started shooting at them, and they're shooting back because, like, the guy was telling the story. He was like, yeah,
I really wouldn't put anything past a cop, but this seems like a lot.
He had an out-of-body experience. He said he wasn't going to go out like that, and it was a huge thing in the news, right? And so this bullet went an inch from his wife, who was sitting in the passenger seat. And I'm like, the cop was drunk with a weapon, had his family in the car, racing to...
Hold on, I thought... So the cop tried to shoot your friend who was racing and accidentally hit his wife? How bad of a shot is this guy?
Boys, and he's the one who shot them. So then he started harassing one of the boys. He was like, he pulled him over, told his friends to go to school, because, you know, drive to school. And then he started harassing him because they had a whole court thing. It was in court, whatever. Like, this is why I will never defend police.
She's gonna be coming on here next time with pink eye. I'm sorry. All I can focus on is her rubbing her eyes. That's gross.
You have your wife and your baby in the car, and and it all started because he was mad because he lost the race. Like, that's so crazy. One of the guys, Ronnie, had a bullet in his back. They couldn't take it out. It's stuck in there. And it was like, and he went to jail for that. It was a whole thing. And I knew that because...
He went to jail for that, but the cop was drunk with his family in the car? What? Does anyone know what the fuck she's talking about?
Girl that I used to talk to, she was from Afghanistan. Her family came here when she was 12. She lost her parents, and she came from Afghanistan, right? And we would talk all the time. People would bully her. They would say that, know what they would say. I'm not going to repeat it. But they would tell her, oh, you're going to school. Just like things like that. And she was kind of hurt about it, but yeah. I was getting bullied. Kind of. In high school, they tried, but it didn't work. And they tried to, yeah. It was like the whole disorder thing I had. Anyways.
Is she talking about, like, the genetic disorder, or her heart stuff, or did I miss something?
So, we had conversations. We would talk sometimes because we had the same class. She used to date that guy. We would, like, cheat on each other. Oh, man, I found this account. Oh, my God, I don't know how. The accounts just find me on Instagram because, bruh, my page is blessed. It's blessed. You know, someone's gonna say something.
Blessed by who? No. Because I don't think it's anybody good doing the blessing.
I know Reddit probably already posted because I liked the video. I know they're gonna say, what video? It's 2 girls that are dating. It's like a couple account. But yeah, it's a video of them.
She's doing this for attention. It's just so very obvious. Like, Tophia, you're pissing me off.
On my page, and the girl is like mirror right. She's doing her hair in a bun, and her girlfriend comes up, grabs her, and kisses her. Right, obvious. But I'm like, I already know the Reddit's already on it. They're like, oh my god,
she loves this. She loves when Reddit comments on her special bisexualness. It's so weird, man.
This video is just a normal video. There's nothing abnormal. It's just
You're the one making it a big deal. You're the one that keeps bringing it up. You're the one commenting on it.
a couple account. People keep mentioning her. I don't know. I wish that was me. Yes, I do wish that was me. How is that you? Are you being homophobic? Because how's that you? That's not you. What? How was my birthday? It was good. I made my own cake, which I still had to edit the picture so I could show you. I decorated my own cake.
What has she been doing that she couldn't have already done that? What has she been doing? Not looking for a job? This girl is so freaking lazy.
I made a Hello Kitty cake. It was crazy because I decorated my cake and they were like, you should be a cake decorator at Walmart. I did. I made my own.
I like how they added at Walmart. I'm not saying the Walmart cake decorators are not talented. They are. But that just seemed a little bit shady to me.
Birthday cake. Well, I didn't make the whole cake. I bought it. It was a heart-shaped cakes. Those really popular ones. And then what happened was is they were like, oh, so they said you can't add stuff to it because if you add stuff to it, whatever the case may be. So I
Wait. Do they mean like she couldn't order more stuff added to it? Maybe I should just shut the fuck up.
decorated my own cake. There was something and then so the lady was shocked because she was like, I thought anyways. So then I just bought a plain pink heart-shaped cake and basically I decorated it myself. I made the frosting myself. I decorated it myself. So I thought when I get a place that I might make a video decorating one cake a month. I don't know. We'll see.
Just one cake a month. This girl is so lazy. She is just so lazy.
I want to do a cake decorating video. That was fun. Now I know how to decorate cakes. It's so easy. House of Dragons? No, I couldn't. My birthday presents, I didn't get. Oh, I got $20. No, actually, I got 40. Someone gave me 30, I think it was. And then we went to this. They have all over Albuquerque now. They have these food truck parks, and you can go there. They have a DJ. They play music every Saturday and Sunday, or on Fridays. There's one on Fridays, and it's a food truck park, and you go there. So we went, and this guy was like, whoever could sing this song, which was "Can We Talk" by Tevin Campbell, whoever can sing it all the way, and if people vote if you were good or not, then you get money.
How many of y'all believe this story?
So one of the people I went with, she's like, go up there, go up there. I'm like, no, because I'm not a singer. I was like, oh, heck no. And then she was like, go on. And then she said, right here. So then I had to go. I went up. I sang. I think he turned my mic off, just to be honest, because I think it was his wife. I don't know if that was his wife. She had a booth, but she knew me from TikTok. Go figure. She's like, I seen you. She goes, I like your content or whatever. Anyways.
Somehow I feel like if this happened, it would have been on the internet already.
Anyways, so then I went up there and I sang. And then he was like, do you think she's good? And they were like cheering. And then I got $20.
And everybody clapped. And that man was Albert Einstein. I know because I was $20. Tophia, come on.
So I was like, that's the easiest $20 I ever made. So I guess I'm not a singer, so it happened though. Because the lady was like, go up there. And I was like, no, I'm not a singer. Oh, look, and there's a song. Because he was like, who knows this song? And I was like, I know it. And then she's like, well, go up there.
I'm wondering if maybe she was the only one to enter the competition. If there was a competition. That's like the only way I can see this story being true.
$20? No, I'm not a singer. Maybe not. But I went up there. Hey, it was $20. These are not from Dollar Tree. These are actually from Walmart. Oh, I want to address something because this is funny. I guess someone that lives here wants to debate me. And they're like, oh, something about your...
No way! I saw that post on Reddit. First of all, don't touch the poo. Come on. But secondly, I knew she was gonna... She can't resist commenting on it.
Make an excuse and say that I'm gonna... I don't know what it was. It was a bunch of BS. I don't care enough. Fight yourself.
See, she talks all this crap online and then somebody... Not that I agree with it, but somebody offers to debate her or whatever, and she's just like, no, I don't have anything to prove. Tophia, man up.
Oh, you claim that people don't tell you stuff to your face. I want to tell you something to your face. I care why. I don't know who it was. They said they live here and they want to debate me back.
She doesn't care, you guys, but she's spending like however many hours she was on live stream talking about it.
Basically, they're mad. They're like, oh, I hate her persona online. She's so happy or something like that. What?
That's not what they said. They called you out on all your bullshit. They didn't say it was because you were too happy.
I'm not supposed to be happy. I go cry. I'm just kidding. I don't know. Whoever it was, my mom sent me a screenshot. Besides that,
Oh, of course it was Marie who sent the screenshot because Tophia is way too busy doing nothing to scroll Reddit.
other screenshot she sent me of this website that already raised $6,000. And she told me, you should address this on your live. And I was like, Mom, people are not getting scammed. It's trolls that are donating, obviously. They could tell the whole website satire. Apparently, they donated and raised $6,000. Ain't that crazy? Making money off of me.
It's not really like what I think she's just bitter because her GoFundMe got taken down.
I wanted to talk about a comment because they were like, oh, look, she's trying to force cleavage. Do you not see? Let me just press them down. So, how does that work? Can I?
Tophia, we're not talking about the scar. We're talking about how you like curl your shoulders in during every single TikTok where you're trying to make a thirst trap. It's I don't know if you're trying to make yourself look smaller or more dainty or what, but it's not the scar. It's your posture.
Shrink them, please? Because, hello? Why are you so mad at that? Bruh. You chose to comment that? Well, it is in the comments. You could go look. They were like, she's trying to force her cleavage up. Okay, whatever.
You're literally squeezing your boobs together, girl. It's not your scar.
I was born this way when I was 10 years old, man. I don't know why, especially commenting on women's bodies. Like, I was sexualized when I was 10, and I'm not gonna...
Of course you were. I'm not saying that didn't happen, because gross shit goes down all the time, but of course Tophia would bring it up and talk about it constantly.
I got very sexualized, because at that age, I was already way more developed than the other girls, obviously up top. These have always been this way. I've never had no surgery, no nothing. I didn't like it because I got a lot of comments about my boobs when I was younger.
I can believe that. I can. I mean, just like as a woman, yeah, I don't know why I'm laughing. It's not funny, but that's just what happens. I can believe this.
I couldn't control that. I can't control. One day I just woke up and there they were. And it's crazy because I used to get comments a lot about them. Especially when I was 10 because my brother's friends, they were a lot older. And I didn't really have much.
Wait, your brother's friends were older, but your brother's younger than you? That sounds weird. Are you sure they weren't younger and you're just saying that they're older so that people don't call you a PDF?
Friends, like I said, I had 2 friends and they didn't really hang out with me. Only when that guy was around, that guy that we all liked. They wanted to pretend they were friends. They were my friends because they knew if they treated me any kind of way, he wouldn't talk to them. He wouldn't like them.
Do y'all think that Tophia just makes up these stories in her head? Like, does she really believe them? Or does she know that she's full of shit? You know? It's the same question that I ask of a lot of politicians. Tophia, maybe you should go into politics. Can you imagine?
They treated me horribly. It was an act. And so anyways, I would mostly hang out with my brother's friends. And my brother's friends had this car. It was an abandoned car that they had, and they lived in these apartments. And the window was covered with a blanket, so we would crawl in through the window and we would just sit there and just talk and have conversations. And I would just be sitting there. Excuse me. Next thing, they just start making jokes and talking. And I just got out and I was upset. I would cry all the time because I'm like, I don't understand. That time I'm like 10 and they're saying these things that really affected me. It affects me most of my life because I got the dump truck and it's always either this or this that.
You have a frog butt. Ain't no dump truck back there, girl. You got a Kermit ass.
What do you do? It's just like, man, it's always about my body in some way, shape, or form. Which, to an extent, right? I don't have an issue if it's someone that I know that we have that connection where it's like I can crack jokes. But when it's someone that I'm not on that level with and it's uncomfortable, but if it's someone that I know and I'm not uncomfortable with, then fine, crack jokes all the time. But like, when you're 10, there's just some stuff that you shouldn't hear or know or experience. You're 10 years old. You shouldn't have to go through stuff like that. That's horrible. Anyways, but no, I don't like that. Is your Cameo up? I do have Cameo. It's still up. Tone my hair. I have to
Okay, let's talk about the Cameo real quick because I have a feeling that anyone who is going to buy a Cameo at $40 or whatever she's charging has already done so, and so Cameo has like kind of run its course as far as making money for her. But if she would lower the price to like $10, these take her about a minute to do, right? She could get, I don't know how much Cameo takes. Maybe she gets like $7 for each of those. But if she just did like a couple, I mean, that's something. She needs to lower the price if she wants any kind of demand.
Dye my hair, so that's why my hair is like that, because I have to re-dye it. BL is boys drama. That's what it is. No, I would not eat cat food. Why would you ask that question? The same color that I dyed it last time. No, I don't want dreads. That's hard to manage and keep up with. So
dreads are? I mean, you're not really managing and keeping up with non-dreaded hair, so I'm not sure if that's the correct term. Sorry if it's not, but I don't know. I feel like that would be easier for her to keep up with than whatever is happening right now.
No. You know what? Since someone mentioned onion boil, I've seen those onion boil videos. I don't like onions, but those onion boil videos makes me want to try an onion boil now. It looks good. I ain't gonna lie, but I don't like onions like that. I don't know. They come from a Discord and they like to spam stuff just to be annoying. Because I have, maybe if I lose weight, I won't lose this. I'm telling you. Some people, they say they're afraid of losing weight because they lose up here. Not me.
I don't know about that. A lot of women, when they start losing weight, the first thing to go is boob. I don't know. That's just my experience and friends' experience, things like that. I don't know, Tophia.
Wait, this is still going.
Also, wait a minute. Has she ever lost weight before? How does she know?
Dang, I might just need to get reduction surgery. It's just the comments. That's what really affects me. To an extent, I try not to get upset, but it's just like I can't help these. They're just here. Do you expect me to just, what do you expect me to do with them? I don't control what happens. And it's like someone said, it's so crazy that they comment about women's bodies. Mind you, the amount of DMs I get, I'm like, bro, I don't even know you. Who are you? It's not for you, so why are you commenting? And then these guys start talking to themselves. I'm not even joking. One DM after another, and I'm like, why are you talking to yourself? I'm not going to respond to you. I don't know you. Why would I date you? Oh my God. You think that's how you get a wife? Just be like, hey, let's skip dating and let's get married. Do I like cats? Not really. I had pet cats before.
Okay, my theory on the cat thing is, you know how dogs are just really likely to enjoy your presence, even if you haven't earned it? I know that Hershey was kind of hated Tophia a lot, but dogs, at first at least, will generally come up to you, tail wag and all that stuff. Cats, you have to earn their trust and their attention and all that stuff, and I feel like Tophia's narcissism just can't handle that.
When I was in elementary school, we had 2 pet cats, Brownies and Stripes. This cat had kittens in our backyard, and we went to take them to the neighbor because it was the neighbor next door. The neighbor didn't answer, so my dad said we could keep them, and we had kittens. Then the neighbor decides to come over and be like, oh, have you seen my kittens? And then my mom was like, nah, we kept the cats.
What the fuck?
Probably gonna get in trouble for saying this, but so I'll tell you a crazy story. You want a crazy story time? So, oh man, I had anger issues like crazy. Well, not that bad. So we lived in this gated community, right?
She contradicts herself so much. I had anger issues. Well, not that bad. It's like back to back too. It's crazy.
And we were walking around the neighborhood, or my brother was, I think my brother saw it first. There was this big arcade. I'm talking big arcade. I don't remember what the arcade was. And it said free to whoever picks it up, right? So here we are. My dad's like, well, if you can find someone, walk around and ask someone, then you can have it. And I was like, no way. We're walking around looking for someone with a truck to help us take this to our house. And he's like, I'll pay them if they bring it here. So we're calling someone. We're standing outside. The neighbor across the, you already got someone coming. I'm like, so what did I do? Me and my brother's friend hatched up a plan. We went over, because they had the arcade in their backyard. Well, not the backyard, the side. You didn't have to go to the backyard. We snuck over there with a pair of scissors. I cut the cord, because I was like, they were watching us too. They watched us literally try to find someone to take it for hours. It was a while. They were watching us trying to find someone to take this arcade. And then they had the audacity last minute to tell us, oh, we have someone coming. First come, first serve, right?
First come, first serve. They found someone to come get the arcade machine thing. Y'all didn't. So you're about to be a vindictive bitch?
I'm sure who would ever got there first would have got it. I don't care. Like, it says free. I don't see the person coming for that anywhere. So then I cut the cord because I was mad.
So you destroyed an entire arcade machine because you were having a hissy fit? Jesus Christ, Tophia.
Literally watched us ask. It was all crazy, so I thought it was funny. And it was one of those big arcades that you put the quarter in. It was crazy. We almost had an arcade machine free. I don't know why
Yeah, and I bet that would have ended up thrown out or lost or quote unquote stolen too.
they got rid of it. It looked perfectly fine. There's nothing wrong with it. I already denied it. I don't know how many times. I'm not going to address something. I already addressed the comments. Duh. I don't need to be addressing negative things. Like, this live stream is not that. I'm trying to keep it positive. So FBI isn't going to do anything about that. That was years ago. What's the FBI going to do? Nothing. I slept all day and now I'm starting to get sleepy. I sleep all day and I feel like a walk.
I'm not surprised, but come on. You guys know, like, when you sleep too much and you get even more tired and then you sleep more, and I have a feeling that Tophia's in this cycle because she just doesn't do shit.
Zombie a lot of the time, but it might be I have major depression, so sometimes my depression, I'm down and then I get sleepy.
I mean, fair, but a lot of people just have to work through that and get up anyway.
So there's that. Great, what am I gonna do? Oh, that scared the crud out of me. I thought there was something in there because I heard, and I was like, no, I'm a robot.
How many times do y'all think that Hello Kitty tumbler's been washed? Ew.
I'm just kidding. I have a video on my page. I have a literal video about me being bisexual. You look at my page.
Yeah, because you're an attention seeker, and that's the only reason that you put that out, because you wanted to find a Mamachu replacement. I'm not dropping that theory. I still think it's true. And because you thrive on attention, and you're addicted to it.
To ask that. I think everyone knows at this point. It's not a secret. Comments are getting annoying. Oh, now you want to come out. They have been from the Discord. I really don't care. I don't even know.
You don't care, but you keep bringing it up.
It is, but and sometimes I get where I feel like I took weight medicine and I haven't.
What? She feels like she took weight medicine. What is she talking about?
I'm just kind of dwindled down. I was talking about the arcade thing was a while ago. I wasn't talking about a situation. That arcade machine where I cut it with scissors because someone said, call the FBI. The FBI can't do anything about that because that was...
I think they're making fun of you because you said something about the FBI watching your live streams a while back. I believe, Tophia, that this is a joke at your expense and you are not getting it.
I thought they were talking about the arcade thing when I cut it with scissors. Night and day. Hailey Bieber is a stalker. Did you know that? You know how she got Justin Bieber? It's because she stalked him a lot.
Tophia, who cares? Genuinely, why are we talking about this?
There's a whole video on it. When he was with Selena Gomez, she was in the background of a lot of his events. She had magazines with him on it, in it. It's a whole thing. She literally, to the point where she got with him. Mind you, that could very much be a thing. Some people think...
Tophia taking notes for, what's that, Jungkook? Did I say it right? I'm so sorry, but taking notes for them Asian teens and Asian boy band idols.
There's a fine line between manifestation and that's not manifestation. That's just straight up crazy. Yeah, they did move on. It's not gullible. Look it up. She did. She was at, it's a whole thing. It's not gullible. There's evidence, there's pictures that states the claim she was a stalker. Yes. You see how Justin Bieber is now?
Like, she's not wrong. It's just, why are we talking about this and getting upset that people don't believe you?
There was a whole conversation. I can't remember who. Oh, I think I know. We had a whole conversation because they were like, he's not doing, you could clearly tell he's not doing good. There's so much going on. And between the whole Selena, Hailey Bieber thing, there's just a lot. Mind you, I'm not on any side when it comes to Selena or Hailey Bieber because I really don't care. Selena's not dating him. Move on. Some people gotta stop being in these parasocial relationships where they follow people.
Tophia, what about Wesley Boba? You remember him? You ran him off the internet, girl.
Relationships so much so online. I see it all the time when someone breaks up. They're like, oh my god, I don't believe in love because they were the perfect couple and look. And it's just like, stop being so parasocial.
Meanwhile, Tophia gets obsessed when the social media influencers that she's parasocial with get married to someone other than her.
Too invested in people's relationships. I don't got enough time for that. I
Tophia, you have all the time in the world because you ain't doing shit.
really don't got enough time to be following someone's relationship like that. That's too weird. Cute couple. Move on.
She ain't got time to be following someone's relationship, but she just described the whole drama to us. Okay.
It's not that huge of a deal. You know what I mean? I don't have time. No, I wasn't in a parasocial relationship. Are you? That's funny. No, I was not. I never even dated that person.
She never dated that person, but she did talk about them constantly to the point that they left the internet. So, it's for a while there, she was like obsessively commenting on Wesley's TikToks. And then she found out that he was engaged or getting married or something like that, and she got all offended because she really thought that they had something. That is the definition of parasocial.
I already explained the situation. I'll explain it again for those of you because you love story times, right? So this person was popular on Musically because of their looks. We all know that, right? Singer, songwriter, whatever. So what happened is that, anyways, I started supporting this person, and it became over time, right?
Is this Justin or Wesley? I think Justin.
And then there was this girl that catfished us. I already explained this. We had a group chat. She wanted to join. She was a gymnast that basically she was sharing that she was possibly going to go into the Olympics, right? So we were like, oh, we'll support you. Whatever the case may be. So anyways, this whole thing happened. And she had messaged me. She's like, I want to join. And I was like, so I talked to the people in the group. They're like, yeah, you can join. Anyway, she starts talking to me and she tells me, so she says, I think he likes you. And I was like, no, I just blew it off because I'm like, no, you're like, that's not true. Whatever.
This is so strange. This is so strange. No wonder you run people off the internet. I'd run too.
Right. But it was more than one person. It wasn't just her. Someone else told me, and then more than one person started telling me, and I was like, well, maybe. If more than one person's telling me, they must see something I don't. He had this friend at the time that was, she had a guy for every letter. All of her friends are reality TV stars, whatever. She brags about hanging out at places where celebrities are. She bragged about going to the same church Justin Bieber went to.
Why do I feel like Tophia is jealous? I mean, that's just the vibes I'm picking up.
That's when Justin Bieber used to be into the church and he would go to Hillsong. Anyways, she was very much a superficial person that was into her looks and how she looked with guys. It was just really weird.
Is she not self-describing? I don't know, this seems like a real big self-report, Tophia.
So, there was this whole trip that happened, and he went down there. She wanted to brag that she slept with him while he went into the shower, because he's like, I'm gonna go take a shower. He popped in on her live to say hi to people, and then when he left the live and he was showering, that's what she said. So me and his friend were like in the bed together. It was all three of us, and then we asked him to leave, and then we start wrestling in the bed together. I don't know why she had to bring that up and brag. She was trying to make me jealous, which I could care less. Girl, whatever. I'm not gonna fight you over this guy. You can have it.
I think y'all are both weirdos for what it's worth.
I don't do that. I don't fight for relationships. It's really weird. She called me fake on her live. She never even met me in real life, but I'm fake. Anyways, this whole thing happened where she starts feeding him lies and telling him I'm a horrible person because she's jealous at the fact that he likes me and doesn't like her. And
why do I feel like Tophia is the one talking shit on this other girl because she's jealous?
Basically, a relationship got ruined. I think so. It was the whole thing. My friend was talking about her on live, and I had nothing to do with that. I was just sitting there on the live. You guest people? I was a guest on the live. And I basically told her, hey, whatever she said, I have nothing to do with. I was just there. I was not talking about you. I didn't say anything. And she's like, it's okay. I know you weren't talking about me. Someone went on her live the next day and told her I was talking about her. She goes on a tangent talking about how I'm fake and all this crap, right? And she blocked me and some other people.
I'm gonna need some receipts or I'm calling bullshit.
But she has a guy for every letter. She was just using him. Who cares? Anyways, they dated for 8 months. I know they were dating, but my other friend couldn't believe it because she was so in love with the guy. She was like, stop. She's like, don't tell me that. She's like, I'm gonna block you if you keep saying that. And I'm like, they're dating. What do you, like, read the room. Look at the signs. I get it. It is hurtful. When you love somebody and you see them with someone else, that's gotta hurt. That's gotta sting. Like, you're gonna be in denial, right? She was in denial. she couldn't believe. And I was like, no, nothing we could tell her would ever make her like, just, she said, even with his fiance now, because he's engaged, right? She was like, I'm gonna wait till they break up so we can date. And I'm like, that's not how this game works.
So she's still talking to this person who's jealous of an online influencer, but we're the parasocial ones. Okay, Tophia.
Why are you hoping he breaks up? Why are you hoping his relationships fail? What is it? She was obsessed with him. No one else could like him. She tried to play matchmaker one time with this other guy that I told you it was a whole thing, and then she was spamming his comments. Look at her videos. Notice. I was like, well, don't spam him, jeez. And then
it says the woman who commented on every single one of Wesley's TikToks.
A whole thing. And so people, and I know what people, you always see people are jealous, but it was true. I didn't do anything, so I don't know why people treated me like that. Someone liked me, and it was mad because they liked that person, and because that person liked me, I got it 10 times worse. Because it's just like, oh, because people couldn't, like, I'm just myself. I can't help that people like me. That's not my fault, right?
Tophia, can you shut the fuck up? This is embarrassing. It's just so very obvious that you're lying again.
So anyways, it became a whole thing. It was drama. And then she talked crap about me online, blocked me, and then basically he listened to her, because obviously, and they dated for 8 months. It didn't work out, and that's how that happened. Mind you, I never dated that person because she got in the way, so it was her.
Oh, it was because she got in the way, right? So, like, I'm confused because Tophia allegedly has all these men lining up. Never a mention of women, by the way, unless she's seeking attention. But she's got all these men lining up, and yet she's never had a boyfriend. I mean, unless she's going full lesbian, that doesn't make sense. I don't know. 2 + 2 = 5 in Tophia's world.
Or no way. I heard a lot of stuff. She was bragging all the time. She'd be like, oh, he moved here for me. And I'm like, whatever. Just a bragger. That's all she ever did was brag. Try to make me jealous because she hated me. And when I say she hates my guts, hate is a strong word, but that girl hated me. I remember one time, it was so funny. She's really into The Bachelorette, right? The Bachelorette. So they're watching The Bachelorette together, and I think it was his live. I don't know if it was her live or his. And I had commented, and I said, oh, The Bachelor is a sappy love story, right? And he turned to her, and I cannot make this up, and he said, Tophia says The Bachelor is a sappy love story. The look on her face when he mentioned my name was just priceless. She was so infumigating. I was like, girl, please. So then,
y'all think that she has the plots of dramas just like swirling around in her head and self-inserts? I don't know, because she said so many times that she didn't really hang out with anyone growing up. Like, there were people who were nice to her in school, but she really didn't have friends. So, like, when did this happen? I don't believe it.
There's this pageant girl that's on there. She's like, oh, pageant girls are so stuck up. And I was like, I was in a pageant when I was little because I was in the baby pageant. I have my trophy.
Oh my god. She's brought this up so many times.
They're in storage. I got first place curly top for my hair. I got second place most photogenic. And I think I got third place. Anyways.
Who else entered the competition? A baby gorilla? I'm so sorry. That was really mean.
I said, oh, I was in a pageant when I was little. And he told her, oh, Tophia was in a pageant when she was little. And he's like, whatever, just reading my comments and feeding it to her. And she was just so mad that he was responding to my comments. It was crazy. Look, I ain't got nothing to do with that. I was 3 years old. No, I didn't say I was 3 years old. But it was just so crazy. That's been my love life, bro. People are so jealous that someone likes me. Even recently, I didn't think that would have been a thing. I talked about that worker. They probably... I'm trying because people see my live streams and I gotta be careful, but that person didn't want you, so I'm not gonna fight you for someone. I don't know what you got out of it. What do you get out of that? It doesn't make sense. Well, people do. I'm not gonna say anything. It's crazy. But it was like a whole thing. She was taking it out on me because she was interested in someone I was friends with. It was a whole thing, and then she would just make up.
The amount that she touches her face is insane. Is it itchy? Tophia, maybe take like a Benadryl or something, girl. you're gonna get all sorts of infections. You be digging in your nose, digging in your ear, rubbing your eye, and then scratching your hair. Ew.
Facts, right? All I did was exist, and because I was friends with this person that she liked, what do you think someone's gonna like you because you're trying to fish for a compliment from them? That's like, I don't even know. It was a whole thing. And plus, she knew me from social media. She knows me. She was the.
So this was while she was on, I guess, Musically? Did she hang out with people like that when she was on Musically?
Right, and I'm not talking bad about her, but she did use her disability, because one time she messaged him and told him that he wouldn't date her because she's not able, that she couldn't walk. You don't do that to someone. There's a difference, right? She literally messaged him in DMs and told him that, oh, you don't want to date me because I can't walk. That was not the whole thing. You can't guilt trip someone into liking you. If they don't like you, they don't like you. He told her 5 times that he didn't want to date her. 5 times. It shouldn't happen.
Is this the same girl that dated him for 8 months? Or did I lose the plot? I mean, apparently he did want to date her if they were together for 8 months.
Even be 5 times. Someone shouldn't date somebody because they feel sorry for them. It has nothing to do with her disabilities, right? I get it, someone's disabled, but that should never be an excuse. If someone doesn't like you, you can't force somebody to like you. I don't. Then, a recent situation that happened. All I did, I was just friends with someone and she was jealous because that person didn't like her. Well, I'm sorry, she doesn't like you. What do you want? Like, seriously. Lying on me, saying that I'm going live on property.
What?
We should be back, hopefully. I had to leave and do something. But it's just so crazy because it's just like all I do is exist. Why are people threatened? It's not even threatened. Why are people in competition with someone?
I mean, I agree with her when she says all I do is exist. Because, yeah, she's a bump on a log that requires food and water and, like, a roof over her head. But she's not contributing anything to society, so I can actually get behind that, Tophia.
I'm not in competition with you. They want to be in competition over somebody, and I'm not going to fight you over someone. That's that. But I know they don't want to be with you, so... Hold on. It's just like jealousy is a disease. Jealousy...
Says the girl who's talking about she deserves nice things and designer goods and a house with a pool. Oh my god. Mirror, Tophia.
Big disease. I'm just saying. It's a disease. Is it gonna work? It's my data ran out. So even though I have unlimited data, when the data runs out, it runs slow. And it ran out at the beginning of the month. How does my data run out when I just... Why would I do that when I'm a part of that community? Does it look like Scissor Summer is happening? Hello? I don't have anyone, so no. It's not.
Oh, she hasn't found anyone to replace her mom yet.
Okay, so I'll explain. There was this lady, right, that I followed. This one video is why I followed her. Because she was like, this guy said, oh, you... I laughed. So, and then I was laughing on the live about it because it popped in my head. And then I said that. I was like, oh, I'm laughing because she said Scissor Summer. And I'm like, it's Scissor Summer, guys. So, it's funny.
She's such an attention seeker. She's such an attention seeker. And I say that as a gay person. Tophia, your one personality trait should not be that you're bi.
Comfortable people to cuddle with. Who cares if I'm a beanbag? And then I became bulimic. At this point, I really don't care. I didn't even go to the gym. I was going to the gym at 4 a.m. You know what I mean? Recently, I stopped going. But I never went to the gym to try to lose weight. I did this to myself because people bullied me.
I did this to myself, okay, because people bullied me. Like, can you just take responsibility for anything? For anything at all. And you know what? I just realized the curls are brushed back, so she may not be able to tell when responsibility approaches.
Yeah, white people makes fun of people. That's not funny. Why are we still being fat phobic in 2026 is crazy. Who cares about my body? Why do you care so much? Well, I was going, but I can't go anymore. I was going with someone that had a gym membership, and that's why I was going.
I bet she could join the Y or something, or like Boys and Girls Club. Something. There are cheap options.
I can't afford a gym membership and I don't have time to go. So I would go. See, that's why when I get a place, I'm going to try to see if I can request a free sample for one of those treadmills. But I don't know. It's just hard. I need to talk with a person.
So she's going to request a free sample treadmill and put it where? And move it how? What? Tophia, priorities. Gal, you can just walk around the block.
Trainer. Get with a personal trainer, which costs money because it's not free, and see what workouts I need to do to lose weight. I don't know. It's just...
Girl, you ain't need no personal trainer. Just get a YouTube video for free and start there. They have workouts for beginners. Just start there. It's free.
A lot going on, and I do have my tendencies that I want to go back to. Sometimes I'll tell myself, oh, some days my depression is bad that I can't even eat, so I don't eat for a couple days. It's that whole thing. But some days I tell myself, oh, you should starve yourself, and that's not good. I think people like me the way that I am, and I shouldn't change.
I have news. Tophia, I'm not sure about that.
Myself or lose weight for other people, and that was one of the things that was recommended by the therapist, and he was like, it's a good thing that you went. So anyways, he said going to the gym works for depression. But then I
actually did read, there are a couple of studies out that show that exercising regularly is just as, if not more, effective than SSRIs for depression. Like, don't stop taking your medicine. Obviously, those things in combo are really going to help, but it's interesting to note that there are non-medical ways to make yourself feel better, and Tophia is doing none of them.
Stopped going because I couldn't afford a gym membership. But I felt good. I would come back, do everything that I had to do after the gym. It was just really great. I didn't have a cardiac event. So my heart problems is not because of my eating. Pericardial...
any heart problem is going to be exacerbated by excess weight, right? So might not be because of your eating, sure, but I don't know that it's helping.
Fusions stem from the scar tissue right here where I had my heart surgery. That got infected. Ew. So, sorry, I blinked. My thing got infected, which caused the fluid buildup around my heart. That's what happened. That
Ew.
Usually stems from if you had COVID, if you do chemo treatments. I don't do chemo treatments because I don't have cancer. I didn't have COVID at the time. I forget what else, but I know one of the other ones was some infection. When your scar gets infected.
Ew, why is she admitting this? So she wasn't clean, and her scar got infected, and she's admitting this on the internet. There are some things you could not waterboard out of me.
It happens years after you've had heart surgery. So that's literally what happened, basically. Is I know that was the only thing because they ran tests and they couldn't find nothing. I'm not on chemo. I don't take insulin. I didn't have COVID at the time.
I'm gonna guess you got the beatus, though. So that could have, reduced the effectiveness of your immune system.
There was something else. So, and then what literally happened was my heart surgery that I had when I was 5, and it was either a clogged valve. I think it was a hole in my heart, a clogged valve. They went in there and...
A hole in your heart and a clogged valve are two very separate things. So, there's that.
They fixed it, thankfully. When I was 5, I was not overweight. I really kept up my body, if that makes sense. Thank you for the gift points. Until I hit middle school, going into high school, because middle school I got bullied for my body, even though I wasn't overweight. People gained the weight because I binge ate.
I'm not sure why it keeps cutting out, y'all. That's on her end.
What made them do surgery was because I had pain on my side, on both my sides of my ribs, and I was trying to go to sleep, and I couldn't sleep. This was when I had around that sac that was pushing against the sac in my heart. That fluid pushing was transmitting the pain to my sides. That's how I found out. So they did a CAT scan. They did the IV thing, the stitches. It pinched and it really hurt. The pinching out.
Does she seem more twitchy today? I don't know. She's like scratching her face and her nose. She's wiggling a lot. Is she just uncomfortable? Like, what is happening?
When they closed up the stitches, that hurt them worse than them pulling out the tubes. And so, anyways, They drained the fluid. I had to carry this white thing because I was in the hospital for a week. So when I go to the bathroom, I had to carry that with me to the bathroom. I couldn't shower for a while. I didn't shower.
I mean, what's your excuse when you're out of the hospital then?
Night at 3 a.m., they would come in, they would take blood samples and test to see why I got that, why I got a pericardial effusion. I don't know. They said, we've never seen someone your age on this side of the hospital. It's usually older people. And they were like, we've never seen someone this young on this side. And so I was like, oh, the doctor told me you either have one of two things. Sorry, you either have run-ins with the police or you're in the hospital lot. I was in the hospital lot. I had a
What the fuck? What the fuck?
abscess. Had heart problems. I had to have surgery for abscess because they had to drain that. And it was very painful. You know what's going on? They keep commenting and spamming the comments with something else because I know I play.
Oh. Not a great spot for her video feed to freeze.
Song a lot too. I like it. But that's basically my heart problems, and it has nothing to do with my eating.
I don't know. I feel like all the sodium that you eat probably exacerbates everything because that'll cause swelling and fluid retention, which appears to be what caused your pericardial infusion. Effusion? Whatever. I'm just saying, I don't think your eating helps. It might not have caused your issues in the first place, but it definitely does not help.
Hey, let's hope it works this time. And I can see the comments. I couldn't see the comments at all.
Heaven forbid.
I bought a phone from AliExpress one time, or no, Wish. I did buy a phone from Wish one time, and it was funny too. And it was a really good phone. I'm not even gonna hold you. It was a gold phone, and someone stole it though.
Of course someone stole it. Oh my god. She can't accept responsibility for anything.
Wanted to trade me for it. Some of those phones on there be really good though. And I know that I play this song a lot, but I like it. Anyways, I need to get a juicer.
What? What? Oh my god. This girl is killing me. What? No, you need to get a fucking job.
How many times I've tried to get a juicer and it just does not work out?
Yeah, because you're buying shit on Temu, dude.
I got one from Temu, right? They
fucking called it.
Gave me free items. And one of the free items was a juicer. They stole some of my items and I'm so angry. One of the items I didn't get.
What? Who stole your items? Who? What? Who are we blaming now for our own actions?
The juicer. One of the items I wanted to get was this shirt that was from Boise. It was supposed to come. It never came. I do need the juicer though. My own juice. Hey guys, I'm not even on Grindr. I don't do dating apps.
I don't know. I think, isn't Grindr for like gay men? Tophia, I think they were shading you, girl.
No, dating apps ain't for me. No, my Switch got locked. It went in the car because I had my Switch in the car when that happened and they auctioned everything off. The car.
Because you never went and got your stuff. You can take the bus to go and get, what was it, like a Grinch cell phone topper or something? But you can't go and get the stuff that's supposedly important to you and your mom. See, Tophia, this is why everybody's annoyed at you.
Got auctioned off. My brother's cell phone was in there, my Switch, a bunch of personal things. So the whole car situation, it was under investigation. So when they had it blocked off, after.
What do you mean it was under investigation? They know exactly who did it, and he got deleted from the server by that security guard. What the fuck are you talking about?
Carjacking, I couldn't retrieve anything because they were taking pictures. They were literally, it was a whole investigation. They took the car to.
Sure, but you can go after they're done investigating and get your shit. And I'm sure that they tried to contact you and tell you that they were done taking photos. It's not like they had your stuff forever and then immediately sold off the vehicle.
A tow yard. I couldn't get stuff until they told me it was okay to get stuff. When they said, okay, you can get stuff from your car, that's when I was like, oh, they told me what tow yard, and I didn't really hear. So then when I.
This is such bullshit. What do you mean you didn't really hear? Call back and ask.
Tried to figure out what tow yard, I started to have a hassle of finding out what tow yard the car was at. I want to get my stuff. By the time they told me what tow yard, we get there and they're like, we auctioned off the car.
This is so stupid. I don't think she ever went there. Y'all correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure she never actually went down to the tow lot.
Was devastated. My brother's cell phone was in there. Pictures that he had in his phone. I don't know if I would have been able to get into it, but his cell phone, he got my mom an iPhone, my Switch, my personal belongings, things that, my clothes, things that I cannot get back because how
Does she know she gets muted anytime somebody sends one of these gifts?
gonna get his cell phone back? He had photos on there. I can't. I can't get the cell phone back. That's the thing that hurts. That's gone forever. I get it.
Yeah, and it's your own damn fault. But that part doesn't hurt. Just, your stuff is gone. That's the part that's painful. We can't accept responsibility because we're Tophia and we know who the fuck we are.
It's some materialistic things, but especially if it's in a personal cell phone with photos in it, you know what I mean? What games do I play? I like to play Fortnite, Call of Duty, Mortal Kombat, Mario. I was playing this game, Hello Neighbor. That's a good game. But I like playing Call of Duty, Fortnite. I tried to play Apex. I couldn't really get into that. It's alright, but I'm more Fortnite is my speed. So,
Isn't Fortnite, I know adults play, but aren't there a lot of kids on that game?
oh, so what happened with that is we got it situated. They said as long as I bring in the death certificate, I was able to get stuff. Yes, the car was not registered in his name because he was trying to get it registered. But they said to contact the girl who owned the car. I couldn't figure out how to contact her. They told me since that was an issue, they said, well, bring in the death certificate and you can get into the car. You can get your stuff. When I went down there after I finally found out where the stuff was, when I went down there, then they told me it got auctioned off. They said, we're sorry, the car was auctioned off, it's gone. After they told me I could just bring the death certificate and get into the car, they could have told me that the whole time. It's not even about that, it's about making money.
You could have asked. You could have asked, and the only reason that you care is because, I don't know, you probably wanted to sell that or pawn it for extra money so that you could buy random shit off Temu, because that's what you do. Tophia, this is your fault. And if you admitted it, I guarantee, well, at least I would respect you a whole lot more.
They made money. Thank you for the gift points. They sold my stuff. They auctioned off the car knowing, right? My brother's friend wanted that car because she was like, I'll pay however much money it is to get it out of the tow yard. I didn't want the car.
This is the first time we're hearing about the brother's friend. This is... she just keeps adding on as people call her on her bullshit.
To be honest with you, I could never...
Anytime someone says to be honest with you, they're about to lie. Especially if it's Tophia.
see myself driving the car again just because of the trauma. I would just rather get a whole other car. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
because
of course.
that trauma from that. So,
Of course she wants a whole other car. Right. She needs... Tophia does not drive used vehicles.
from the time that we were at the funeral home planning the services, so we were setting up and planning the services. Mind you, CVRC only paid up to $6,000. We still need $4,120 more to bury my brother. I don't want...
This is my theory. I think that she and Marie took the $6,000 to cremate her brother, and they figured that they could scam for another few thousand more, $7,000 or however much her GoFundMe got, to bury her brother. They figured that they could get the money to bury her brother plus a little bit and just use that for whatever the fuck they want. I think this is a whole scam. If you wanted to bury your brother, then that's what the $6,000 should have gone to. You chose to get him cremated and have like a memorial service, which is fine, but now you want to raise money to bury him, and it sounds like a scam. It sounds like Ozark National Bank or whatever the fuck your stepdad thought that he was running. This is so sketchy. You're using your dead brother to scam. You weirdo.
Able to sit here and say you got money for services. That money only paid for the cards that we got, which I have in the back of my phone with his picture on it and the little poem. And the poem I chose was "Think of me when the leaves blow in the breeze. Think of me in the summertime," or something like that. It's a poem. I have his picture, his memorial card in the back of my phone. I carry it with me everywhere. But my brother, thank you for the corgi. So while we were planning for the services, they called me.
Gotta love the way you look at me.
I was doing the
What?
services, and for me, everything was happening. So I forgot what tow yard they said. They had me calling around a bunch of people.
So first she didn't hear, and then she forgot. See, Tophia, this is why nobody believes you. It's so very obvious that you're lying, and you keep doing it.
Wouldn't tell me. Finally, I got told from the evidence place where the car was. So then I went, and basically, at first they told me, well, they said you can't get into the car. I said, well, it's not registered to my brother. There's this other girl. They told me I had to find out who she was. So then we were trying to figure out who the girl was, get a hold of her somehow. That didn't work. And then basically we went and my brother is dead. He was in a carjacking. I explained the whole situation. They said, well, if you have your ID, which I did, and you have the death certificate, you can bring that down. And then basically, but the car got auctioned off, and at that point, I was devastated. My brother's phone
Yeah, you look real sad about it.
is gone. It had photos in there. The other stuff is irreplaceable. Other stuff can be replaceable. That's irreplaceable. That cell phone is irreplaceable. The clothes, all of the other stuff, replaceable.
Well, yeah, you've already replaced them, and you're still trying to grift for more.
The phone is not replaceable because it has sentimental value in it. You know what I mean? Like photos and things.
What do you bet you would have pawned that thing and used the money for stupid shit?
To buy a new iPhone, but you know what I mean? No, I had his death certificate. That's what I mean. I went down there with the death certificate. It had nothing to do about the death certificate. They didn't tell me where the
It's your responsibility to find out where the car is. Also, I think it's really funny that some of these songs are in German.
that was the issue. So anyway, sorry. I was saying that affected me because that's something I can't get back. I can buy an iPhone. But you know what I mean? I don't have my brother's information to back up anything either. So there's that. You should start doing gaming vids. Once I'm able to
Don't encourage her. Oh my god. Don't encourage her.
game again, then maybe. I gotta figure out how to record my gaming. I know how on Xbox, but you know what I mean? It was more than a month. They only hold up the cars for like the whole 40 days. I was trying to figure out where the car was at the whole time. They wouldn't tell me until I didn't even.
How's she gonna game if all she can do is scratch her nose? I think you need both hands for that, girl.
They hold help. Thank you for the gifts. I didn't know they hold up cars up to 40 days. I didn't know that. And the whole time since
So then they finished the evidence collection or whatever, and they had the car for 40 days, and your dumbass still couldn't go down there and get your brother's phone? Tophia, this is why people don't feel bad for you.
time they told me I could get the stuff out of the car, I was trying to look for where the car was at. So
For 40 days?
whole time. You know what I mean? It wasn't.
No, I have no idea what you mean. This is stupid.
I waited till the last minute and tried to look for the car. No. You know what I mean? I saw something and now I don't know what happened. For safety reasons, then you tell CVRC that he wanted to be buried. CVRC does not give you extra money. That's not how that works.
They gave you a lot. They gave you $6,000. You just were pretty sure that you could grift for more because people were really nice to you. Like, all the reactors stopped for a while after your brother passed. A lot of people were giving you money. You fucked it up because you got real greedy and real bitchy.
Yeah, the most they give you is up to 6,000. CVRC does not give you money like that. That's not how it works. They don't give you money for. They said we can only fund up to 6,000. The rest would have to come out of pocket. They already explained that to us. So.
And they told you that because they were giving you the $6,000 that you could not start a GoFundMe. So you made a GoFundMe under your brother's friend's name, and then whenever they wanted to go distribute the funds and needed to talk to Ryan Montoya or whatever, they couldn't find him because you pulled the name out of your ass. You don't even know Ryan Montoya, I bet. You just chose one of your brother's friends, put his name on the GoFundMe, And no wonder GoFundMe couldn't find him when it was time to distribute the funds. Tophia, I hope karma's real, girl, because damn.
That money came out of pocket. That was not the whole thing, right? I'm going to explain to you because you said prioritize.
Alright, get ready, guys. She's going to explain to us.
Burial. Now I had the service is because I had that GoFundMe. That GoFundMe.
There it is. There it is. She had the service because she thought she was getting more money. She thought she could grift for more if she went the route of having a service instead of burying her brother. Tophia, you're so dumb.
$7,000. At that time, the service was already planned. I can't cancel a service. They already they didn't cremate my brother yet.
There you go. See? So you could have said, hey, maybe we should bury him instead. You're just an asshole.
They already prepared my brother for the service, and they put him in a casket.
Right. They still prepare you. My ex used to work in a funeral home. Anyway, they prepare the body like they're on display whenever they cremate them. They don't just like chuck you in the cremation machine. They don't just chunk you in naked, okay? You're dressed to the nines and you're usually inside a coffin. So it's not a fancy one, but they do put you in a box. So I don't know what the fuck she's talking about.
We have to pay for that. He was already prepared after we had set up the service. So we had the GoFundMe at that time. I don't remember when GoFundMe refunded people, but I already had to pay for everything. The cards, all of that, we had the GoFundMe money. That's why I was like, oh, he can get buried. We have that $7,000, but GoFundMe refunded it because, like, I don't know, I'm trying to keep...
They refunded it because you started it fraudulently in someone else's name? It's fine, Tophia. You can tell us. We already know.
Positive, but when I think about it, it's sad because my brother's not here. He's dead. But my brother, thank you for joining. I blocked those AI videos. Did the people that offered him know about your social media? Oh, offed him, sorry. I don't know who the guy was. All I know from what the news shared, he ditched an SUV in the park. He was running from police and he came upon our car. Now, I believed it was someone from social media because I didn't really know.
Dude, what the fuck? No, Tophia. This was some random man. Y'all were on the streets of Albuquerque at 3 a.m. Albuquerque is not a place that you want to be on the street at 3 a.m. It's dangerous, girl. This was just, like, unfortunately, it was just a matter of time until something crazy happened.
It's happening, right? I don't know this guy. I know he's just trying to get into the car. I know the second time I got out from under the blanket, my brother was missing an eye. At that point, my brother was dead. I already knew. Because I know my brother wouldn't let this guy do that. And it's a lot of trauma just reliving that. Having to talk about it. I'm okay.
You don't have to talk about it, though. You're the one, you bring it up. And even if your chat is the one saying stuff about it to get you going, you can ignore them. It's not that hard.
Sometimes, but sad. I don't know this guy. I don't know why he did what he did. I can't ask him questions. He's not alive.
You just said he was trying to get away from police, and I really think that's Occam's razor, dude. Simplest explanation, right? The explanation that requires the least change to an already established system is usually correct, right? So probably this guy was just trying to get away from the cops, and your car happened to be there.
I'm kind of relieved that I don't have to relive this and see him in court and look at him in court, but it's hard. Some days when I'm enjoying life, it's hard.
Don't. Oh my god, she's doing the fucking lip thing. When she does that, like, she like moves her entire mouth to the side. That means she's about to cry. I hate it! Bless whoever sent that gift. I don't want to hear this.
To enjoy that. What do I do? Anyways, that's...
Get a job, take care of your mom, and quit using your brother as an excuse to be lazy.
Basically what happened. I have this thing on my finger. You know what I mean? But anyways, I just want to be able to enjoy life with the people that I have.
Shut the fuck up. If you want to enjoy life, Tophia, you have to work for it. Sorry about it, but you weren't born into a wealthy family, and that sucks. Neither was I. We have to like work our way up. We gotta work for what we want. It's that's just how it is, and you're not getting that.
Because like, my mom, we don't live forever, and I'm one of those people that I value the time that I have with the people I still have on earth, because it's like,
Do you? Because you never see your mom, and you all but abandon your dad. So like, who do you value time with again?
yeah, I'm not gonna have them. My friends and my family. Sorry, there was something in my eye. But my friends and my family, that's very important. The time that I get to spend with people, I cherish like that time, because it's like one day they're just not gonna be here. We don't live forever. Even though there's promises of do this and fountain of youth, and oh my god, if you eat
What the fuck is she talking about?
these, you'll live forever. What if you don't? You shouldn't be promising people to live forever. They'll do anything they can to live forever. People will. It's just crazy.
Is she chewing on the nail that she's just been digging in her ear and her nose and her eye with?
Anyways, I do want to spend time with my mom. What do you mean?
Well, actions speak louder than words, dude, and I think the only time you go to visit her is when you want something.
Don't speak for me, please. Do you have any updates on your mom? Yeah, she's doing good. We're eventually gonna see each other on my brother's birthday, so that's great. But
Finally.
I'm gonna go get some sleep. But stay safe, guys. Thank you for liking, commenting, gifting, watching, and joining the fan club. Anyways, have a good day and night, you guys. I'll see you guys later.
Bye, Tophia! Well, y'all, that's all I got for today, so I think I'm gonna leave you there. But that said, please consider liking and subscribing. That would be super helpful. It's always so appreciated. But most importantly, please stay safe until I see you in the next one. Bye, y'all!